Hey there, your friend Holly here. I realized as I'm walking my dog outside here that I have never shared with you guys why I actually quit my job and what it is I'm doing. I told you I quit, but I didn't share with you what I was doing and like what led me to making that decision. And so I thought I would share it with you because it may be something that'll really resonate with you or someone you know who might be in the same position that I am. Because I mean, it was really empowering for me anyway, especially as I was the one who was going through this journey. But I'll take you back briefly. So it was 2024, March of 2024, and I'm sitting down for my annual review with my boss, and I just knew for a fact it was going to be a great one because the whole year he was telling me what an outstanding job I did, how hard I had worked, how my peers thought of me. I was getting all this recognition and accolades. Like, he even told me I was up in line for promotion. Like, I just knew that it was going to be an amazing review. So he sits down with me and he's going through all of my accolades. Now, to preface this, the bonus, or not, the way that the review structure worked is there was 3 different ratings. There was a exceeds expectation, meets expectation, and needs improvement. I knew I wasn't the needs improvement, but anyway, so I'm sitting down listening to him, and then he says to me, he's like, all right, Holly, now let me tell you what your rating is. And this year you are a meets expectation. And something in me at that moment snapped because I had worked my butt off. And I'm telling you, when I worked my butt off, I was working 65 plus hours a week. I was working nights, I was working weekends, I was coming into work sick because I wanted to prove my worth to my leaders and fell short. And again, something in me just snapped where I was like, all right, I had no one to blame for any of this, by the way, but myself. And I had a peer of mine tell me once, and this was such a great analogy that really led to this point, because he said, expectations is the mother of all disappointment. And he was absolutely right. But I was so thankful for that conversation because that's what led me to this moment where I'm at with you all right now. And so after my review happened, I realized, like, Holly, there's got to be a change in your life and you've got to do it quick, because what you've been doing for the last 21 years is not working and it's time for a change. And so lo and behold, I actually wind up getting a text message from a woman by the name of Jody at the Jay Shetty certification program, letting me know that the money that I had originally paid back in 2020 to obtain my certification, that money would apply if I wanted to continue it in 2024. And if that wasn't God opening a door for me, I don't know what was. And so I said, well, I had nothing to lose and everything to gain at this point. And so I took that door, walked right through it, and started getting my certification. But it wasn't until November of that same year that I realized actually what happened and why I felt so disgruntled about my review. And I had an opportunity to attend a retreat and met a woman by the name of Allison, and she did this amazing testimonial about chasing ratings and chasing values in other people because you can't see them in yourself. And that's exactly what happened for me, is that I didn't see my own worth. So I was looking for worth from other people. And that hit home. That was a really tough thing, but such a monumental change, because what I also realized in that moment is it wasn't just my job. It was every relationship I had been in. It was friendships. It was that constant people pleasing that I was looking for because I couldn't see it in who I was. And that changed this entire journey for me, because I said, you know what, Holly, like, you've got to be the one who's different here. You can blame other people, but the truth is it was me. I was the problem. And so I took matters into my own hands, and I realized in that moment that I was going to put in my notice. I waited until April, which is when my stocks had granted, because I felt like I had earned those and I had one more bonus coming to me, and that was that extra money that I could have as a buffer. I knew in that time that it was time for me to leave. And I told 3 of my closest friends that I was going to leave my company and I was going to start my own business. And here we are. So I encourage you, if this is something that you're looking to do, and you're asking yourself like, hey, is this the right thing for me? Yeah, it is. Just lean into that door, because the universe conspires to help you. God conspires to help you. You know, I am a woman of faith. As if you've been here for a while, you all know that. But I believe wholeheartedly that the Lord has my back. And yeah, that's why I'm here. So I hope this helps you, or hopes that it helps someone that you love too, because you got to look inward before you can look outward. And that's when I decided that I wanted to help people look inward and pursue their passions and their dreams. And mine is helping people like me who were stuck find purpose in our life. So hope this helps. I'll see you all in my next video.